Hello, how are you today? Are you feeling calm, contented, and happy? If you're not, what are you beating yourself up over? I found that sometimes there are some feelings of anxiety and discontent deep inside me. If you're feeling this way, it may be a good idea to slow down and look into those feelings. I ask myself, what am I feeling awful about, really? I discover that often I am judging myself for something or being hard on myself for making a mistake. It could be a small mistake, something that other people have gotten over and forgotten about. But I'm still holding on to it inside me. Perhaps when I made that mistake, I told myself, forget it, it's a small thing, just move on. Yet, I find myself feeling unsettled, irritated, or still restless inside. Do you find yourself feeling like this too sometimes? If we look into that niggling feeling, we may find that we could still be feeling bad from judging ourselves and overall feeling guilty or unworthy. For how long do we hold on to our mistakes, even when we thought we have moved on? People tell us that resilience is about bouncing back and moving on. And we try to do that, which is great. But perhaps we could be too hasty. Do we take a moment to acknowledge how sad or bad we feel for making a mistake before we tell ourselves to move on? Moving on doesn't really work if we haven't yet acknowledged our feelings, especially the unpleasant ones which are hard to face. It is only when we can name what we are feeling and allow a moment for them that we can then release them and move on. Skipping over our feelings doesn't work. They just get bottled up inside us and come out a different time, sometimes triggered by something small. We could then have an outburst and blame ourselves for overreacting, and the blame cycle starts all over again. We are not perfect human beings, and every day we may make a mistake or two. And it's okay. Each day is a brand new day, and we do not know what life throws at us. Can we be more forgiving to ourselves when we falter on a difficult day? Remember, don't be too quick to move on. Allow a moment to acknowledge your feelings and acknowledge them before moving on. You will find yourself having more peace and more calm when you practice allowing and acknowledging your feelings before moving on. Wishing you a day of attentive kindness and love for yourself. A little bird tells me